Okay. I think Super Gore Nest was one of my favorite levels casually. So this meat hook helps a lot. Well, helps a lot. Saves a bit of time. Nothing extraordinary. Some ballista boosting from Bloodshot right there. So probably want to go over the fight a bit slower. Let's jump into the game. It's not a very difficult fight. It's probably one of the first fights you really want to work on, with a couple of fights in Doom Hunter base. The fights in Super Gore Nest are probably some of the first heavily scripted fights with how can I say this, with static spawns. So I can't remember how many phases there are, but the first phase in the fight, you need to kill everything except one mob. So we'll go back. So that's why he kills these guys over here. You need to kill these guys. He shoots the barrel over there to kill the imps. There are 3 mancubi you need to kill. So he also needs to kill this guy. It's one of the rare fights when you need to focus on fodders as well. As well. So he headshot the mancubi there to deal a bit more damage. So he could 2-shot it with a PB. Super shotgun PB. So there are some very weird spawns in Super Gore Nest, and that soldier there is one of those weird spawns. That soldier only spawns once you've killed everything except one piece of fodder. So you need to kill the fodder, as I was saying. You need to kill that soldier. Carcass spawns we'll see. I think it's a Hell Knight or a Revenant. Yeah, it's a Revenant. So the Revenant will always spawn over here. Then a Prowler. Well, 2 Prowlers actually. So the Hell Knight spawns. Well, he's already spawned. He spawns once you've killed the Revenant. Caco Demon. And the Whiplash. So all of these spawns are static. So you can, ideally, you're going to want to deal with those the way he does. So we'll go over the fight once more afterwards. That's the carcass that spawned earlier. Actually, I'm going to jump in game. It's going to be easier for me to show you. I made a video series. You can look it up on YouTube, where I go over the spawns and trigger enemies for every fight. But you want to kill these guys, so that's pretty straightforward. This is a very convenient... What the hell? Oh, I'm a nightmare. Yeah. This is a very convenient barrel. So this guy, Bloodshot kills, is the one right here. He spawns down here. Then there's another one that's right there. So you see, I didn't land a headshot there, so it took me an extra PB to kill that Mancubus. Then you kill that Mancubus. And since I didn't kill the imp, I didn't kill all the fodder, there's still the carcass, that soldier, and the rest of the fight won't trigger. So that's why you want to be careful at the start of the fight, and you want to hang around, not really hang around, but you want to be careful to actually kill everything when you're going through this section, because you don't want stuff hanging. Once you see this guy spawn, it means you've actually killed everything, and the next phase has started. So the carcass spawns right here. The revenant, he always spawns over there, but he's down here right now because I've been a bit slow. So let's take care of the revenant. Once you've killed the revenant, both prowlers, as you can see, they'll always spawn exactly at the same spot, here and there. The Hell Knight will always spawn over there. And once we kill the Hell Knight, Cacodemon and the Whiplash. Oh, actually, Whiplash spawns afterwards? Yeah, so I think the Whiplash spawns afterwards and always spawn there. And there's another Whiplash hanging around somewhere. And there. So the way you want to do the fight is kind of, you obviously want to learn the spawns. And as you saw from Bloodshot's video, you want to hang around the top left. You don't want to go to the bottom section of the area of the map because you don't really have great vision, and you're kind of stuck if you go down there. And you want to let the super heavies come, well, the heavies rather, come to you once you've cleared everything. And being on the top of the map also helps with spawns, because the Prowler spawns there, the Whiplash spawns there, a lot of stuff spawns there. So that's the first Mancubus that spawns down there. He makes sure he kills everything. Super Shotgun, PP, Super Shotgun. So that's phase 2. He knows phase 2 started. So now he knows there's a Revenant to kill. Prowler spawn. Boom. He's a bit unlucky there. Hell Knight to kill. Cacodemon to kill. Whiplash to kill. I think the Whiplashes spawn as soon as the Cacodemon is either staggered or low in HP, but it doesn't really matter. And then you kill the carcass wherever it is. Hey Beach, thanks for the follow. How's it going? So you can skip this guy. There's a mod behind you, but you don't need to pick it up. So yesterday I was talking quickly about weapon combos. There's a lot to say about weapon combos. Certain weapon combos are really good against certain enemies. You're gonna learn certain weapon combos against certain enemies as well. I think the easiest one to learn at first is Super Shotgun, Precision Bolt, Super Shotgun. It's a great weapon swap combo to learn because it teaches you how to quick swap. So it teaches you how to animation cancel between quick swap between weapons, and it deals a fuck ton of damage. I think Super Shotgun is 1.6k, so that's 3.2k. PB is 400, so that's 3.6k. And stuff like Hell Knights, Mancubi, a lot of those, most enemies, most of the beefier enemies have between 3000 and 3500 HP, and stuff like Revenants, Whiplashes, Carcasses, they have less. Carcasses, I think it's 1.5k HP. Anyways, so you're going to want to learn Super Shotgun, Precision Bolt, Super Shotgun shit. This fight is, so that's exactly what he does at the start of this fight to deal with the Dread Knight. The Dread Knight will always spawn the way it does here. Boom, Super Shotgun, boom, it's dead. Once you kill the Dread Knight, actually, sorry, it's not once you kill the Dread Knight. Once you move slightly forward in the arena. So if you kill the Dread Knight and you stay exactly where you are, nothing's going to happen. Nothing's going to happen. But if you move forward in the arena, the other Dread Knight's going to spawn behind you. the Dread Knight spawns. There's also an Arachnotron that spawns. Just let it come to you and chainsaw his face. We talked about it yesterday. Don't worry too much about chainsaw routing because it's complicated. Bloodshot lands a lot of his shots, so he can manage his ammo. When you start off, you're going to miss your shots. You're going to overuse certain type of ammunition over others. So don't bother too much about being perfect on your chainsaw management. There are points in the run where it's important. You could take care of like Cyber Mancubi or Mancubus, sorry, or something like that. But for most of the run, just focus on having ammo because not being optimal in your DPS in order to be optimal in your chainsaw management is detrimental to speed. The more damage you do, the better you are. And that's really one of the points I'm going to try and hammer in today is you want to learn fights. That's the first thing you want to learn to improve your time. Skips are cool, meat hooks are cool, all of that is really cool, but learning where enemies spawn, when they spawn, what triggers them, and how to kill them easily is going to save you a lot of time. And top runners for NMG for 100%, where they excel is at killing stuff. They have insane DPS, and that's really the key to a successful NMG run. So learn your weapon combos and learn spawns. I'll go over as much as I can spawns. I don't think I'll go over every spawn in detail because it's going to be a 12-hour video otherwise, but anyways. So this one's pretty straightforward. You want to kill everything. Prowler always spawns at that door right there. Once you've killed the Prowler, you don't actually have to kill anything else. You need to go through the teleporters, but that's it. There's no need to kill the stuff. Yellow key card. So this is the second big fight of SNG. It's again a bit of a weird fight in the sense that killing fodder is important. This fight has been rerouted quite a bit in the way we use the power up, but what he's doing is fine. What's difficult with this fight is that you need to kill the heavies that spawn, so their spawn is always static again. Let's go back to the start of the fight. You'll always have a Mancubus right there. Super shotgun, precision bolt, super shotgun. Triple rockets always kills Arachnotrons. So he uses 6 rockets to kill the Arachnotrons. Once he kills the Arachnotrons, he uses the rockets to kill the Mancubus. Note that he does something which is I never noticed that. Very cheeky. He shoots the rockets and then picks up the quad damage. So rockets do quad damage, even if he's picked it up slightly later. But never mind. You're going to want to pick up the quad damage only after you've killed both Mancubus and both Arachnotrons. Then you're going to have to kill some of the fodder, and that's where the fight's a bit weird. Is that usually fights, the trigger enemies are heavies. Here you also need to kill fodder. So once you've killed fodder, that Dread Knight will always spawn behind you. There's a Caco Demon that spawns to your left, Caco Demon that spawns to your right, sorry. 2 carcasses, and I'm pretty sure he one-shot Revenant at the start of that phase. So I'm gonna kill the Dread Knight. I think that's a Revenant, and yeah, so there are 2 Revenants, one that spawns there, one that spawns to the left, and then he takes care of both Caco Demons. Both of those shots on the Revenants are pretty tough. No, he I should have said, but he got stuck on geometry. He didn't wait purposefully in the cave. He just kind of got stuck there. But the Revenant shots are obviously hard to hit there. You're going to want to practice those because you're going to want to milk out your Onslaught as much as possible. And Onslaught, like every other buff, lasts slightly longer every time you kill an enemy. So use a ballista boost to go a bit faster. You don't need to kill those. You can just skip them. He lands a really nice bunny hop there, but you know, as I said, bunny hops are a bit hard. You'll get used to them. You need to kill everything here. Cyber zombies, it's not the right word, but what are they called? Mecha zombies are really annoying. They're hard to deal with. They have 800 HP, so they survive stuff like precision bolt, unless you headshot them. And you see right there, he shot one with his super shotgun, and it didn't kill him. So be wary of mecha zombies, and if you use PB on them, you need to headshot them. So you don't need to kill anything here. He uses a ballista boost to go through this section really quick. It's pretty neat, but you don't have to do that. This is just movement. Now you need to kill stuff. Not really sure. Oh no, you actually can skip everything, sorry. So it skips the fight. Goes to the red key. Uses ballista boosting. This is a pretty tough fight, but you can skip it on. It's a tough fight on Ultra Nightmare. It doesn't matter on easy difficulty. Again, there's nothing. You can skip this fight as he will. So this is a pretty fun meat hook right there. Okay, I'll show you an easier trick. He skips most of the level, most of the fight there, with that meat hook and that dash boost. It's a pretty hard dash boost to land, a pretty hard meat hook to land. Where am I going? I think I'm going. Is it here? No, that's blah blah blah. Is it here? It's somewhere around here. It's exactly here. Okay. So he uses his meat hook to get on the ledge right there. So it's a pretty tough meat hook to land, first of all. But assuming he lands it... Oops. I'm gonna try this one last time if I don't get it. Never mind. I'll show you the backup because the real... Okay. So, as you just saw, it's a finicky ledge to be on, and he kind of lands a dash boost just to the left here. This ledge you can stand on, goes slightly to the left, and then he dash boosts. I purposefully missed no, I honestly purposefully missed the ledge there, so I could give it another try. But it's a pretty hard dash boost to land, but you know, first of all you can get be short, which is why he does a bit of a trick, and he dash boosts and then he ballista boosts. So he dashes against the wall, and earlier in the jump he shoots as well. But this one's a very hard trick to land, honestly. So I'd advise against it on your first try. What is extremely easy to land is what we used to do initially. If you look at some of the earlier runs for NMG, what we used to do is that we kind of did the same meat hook, but we tried to land over here, right there. You can't actually get to this wall because it's not activated yet. Technically, it's only activated once you destroy the totem, which is over there. But there's a extremely simple trick here, which I just did. All you have to do is get on the geometry here, look forward, and jump. And you're going to grab this invisible ledge, and you can just grab that ledge, and punch the block, and you're here. I know this is what the game wants you to do, which is to go through this whole section and land over there. There are actually a few ways you can do this. I'm trying to remember and recall all of them. Yeah. One of the ways we used to do this is once you've punched a block, there usually is a gargoyle that spawns right here in the middle, and you can use that gargoyle to quad jump and meet. So by quad jump, you double jump, meat hook the gargoyle, gain a bit of height, double jump again, and you can kind of go through a window, which is, I think there's a window right here, which is quite hard to land. I think there's another way which is a bit easier. Whoops. Yeah. Yeah, flying is harder than meat hook, exactly. There are a few other ways you could do this. I'm trying to remember them. I can't remember them. To be honest, the meat hook one is probably the easiest. The key point here is that this dash boost is very hard. This ledge grab is extremely easy. It's completely free. So once you've done this, it's really easy to get that block up. And if you have to go through this normally, well, never mind. It's obviously not as fast, but it's still a lot better than having to do the fight. Okay, let's get back to the run.
This time, you'll need to find an alternate route.
So use this ballista boost to get to this faster, but there's no need to actually use it. You can just run to it. It's fine. You don't need to kill anything here. Same here. This is basic movement, and every time he uses a ledge like that, he abuses the fact that you can gain a lot of height and a lot of speed while looking up when jumping. So he turns around and he jumps. He looks a bit above where he should be looking, so he can actually just make his way to that last grabbable wall. You don't need to kill any of this. Actually, you do need to. Oh no, you don't need to. I'm sorry. You do need to kill this guy. So again, weapon combos. So this door can be finicky, and every door in the game can be finicky. If you stand too close to it while the game is processing the fact that it can open, it won't open. So you kind of have to go backwards and then reopen it. Oh, he does an absolutely awesome meat hook there. You won't get that precision, and you won't get that speed on your meat hook, but it's a doable meat hook. You can make your way, in particular, either to the bottom of that area over there on your left, or to the platform that's on the left. So even if you land here, it's okay. It's a good meat hook. Even if you land down here, it's okay, because you're going to skip having to go through all of this section, go back, go through the top level, blah blah blah. His meat hook is absolutely perfect because he catches the Arachnotron as it spawns, so it's an obvious time save. But don't worry if you don't land that meat hook perfectly first try. So he lands a really cool bunny hop there. Uses ballista boosting to go faster. You're gonna, as you run, ballista boosting is gonna be easier. You don't need to kill anything here. You are not going to fly through the level like he's doing, because you are not going to land all those ballista boosts and those bunny hops. There's nothing extraordinary about this whole movement section, except that you're going to have to learn the layout, and you're going to have to work on ballista boosting and bunny hopping. But on your first run through, you could try in ballista boosting. It's not very hard, but the combination of ballista boost, bunny hop, perfect movement, going through the layout is really difficult. It's quite hard. So try and land a few ballista boosts. Try and land a couple of bunny hops, but doing it exactly like he did is going to be extremely difficult.